Good Thursday morning. So, I'm pissed again. Can't use that title though, so you have already seen the title, but I gotta think of one. So I just got off the phone with RG&E, Rochester Gas and Electric, who is our electric company out here in Shittsville, where our power sucks. The wind blows, it goes off, shit like that. But anyways, after calling, getting a human who transferred me to another human, which took 17 minutes for the other human to answer the phone, herein lies my problem. Stay with me. Okay. Here's the grain facility. Okay. There's a telephone pole with a transformer on it. There's a line going across to my pole. I don't know, what's that? 75 feet across there. You know, transformer on pole right on the edge of the road, follows said wire, which comes down to, or goes over to my said pole, which goes down to, you know, my breaker box with all my controls and whatnot, and the electric meter. Been in the same place for a long time. Yep. So what they're supposed to do is they do an actual 1 month, an estimate the next month. And it's kind of Barb's and my fault because, you know, in the spring we get busy and all that, but they hadn't done an actual since, I don't know, February or March was their last one, and then they just kept doing estimates. Okay, let me zoom in too, just because this is going to be something you need to understand. Our Denison Farm sign there, right there, wherever it is. Then there's a pole there. You can see there's a transformer. The line runs across the road to the other pole, where on that pole is another meter, because that is the original, because we were a dairy farm for years. That is the original meter for the barn, that other shed, my parents' house, my house, and this shop. When I built this shop, I don't know when I built it, 25 years ago, something like that. So when I put the grain facility in, they said, oh, you have to, you know, pay for a new pole, a transformer for the grain facility. Whatever, fine, you know, cool, we'll do that. That meter over there is called a demand meter, which they hopefully stays grandfathered in, but they have to read it every month. 100 yards. Lazy sons of bitches can't make sure they do this one every other. All right, so long story short, because when I get pissed, generally in the fall, and I'm not going to give you dollar numbers because, you know, I'm not that corn star kid who likes to tell you every dime they spend and make and all that stuff, because it's really none of your business. I don't ask you, you know, your financials. But anyways, I mean, I do tell you, like, when fertilizer triples or quadruples in price, I let you know that, because that's important shit to know just exactly what's happening to your food inflation. But anyways, generally in like December they do an estimate on this, and it's a wicked high estimate, because they've, you know, looked at the last few months. You know, they looked at November's actual or whatever and saw, oh yeah, lots of electricity used. Well, October, November, harvest season, no shit. So then after that, come January, I get a rather large credit, and I never pay another electric bill over here until fall, the following fall, because it's just a credit sitting there, which is fine. Well, we kept getting a bill, like last month's July bill, you know. I was like, it finally dawned on me, and I told Barb, I go, something ain't right here. So I called last month and bitched. They finally sent the guy out. He pulls in here. He starts to pull out again. I wave him down. I'm in the shop. I go, what are you doing? Well, I'm supposed to read the meter. Well, I don't know where it is. Hello. Fucking pole with transformer and line going over to other pole. I told this woman on the phone this morning, if you hire that stupid of people, holy shit. That's just, obviously the training is good at Rochester Gas and Electric. So anyways, this morning on the phone with this woman, she's like, I called and I said, geez, it's amazing how the credit, I went through the automated bullshit first and found out that we had a credit because they never sent us a bill for August. We got the bill for across the road, never a bill for this. Imagine that. So I called the automated bullshit to find out what it was, and it was an exact credit of last month. Exact. So finally I said, nope. I called back, told Barb, I said, I want to talk to a human. That's bullshit. Got the human, and she's going through stuff, and she says, well, Mr. Dennison, your credit's actually larger than that. We just have to generate the credit. Okay, well then do it. And then send me a freaking statement that shows me what the credit is. So I kind of went off on her a little, and I apologized. I said, I know it's not you, it's the higher-ups in the company, and you know, they always say phone call can be recorded. I hope it's fucking recorded, and I hope the assholes in their ivory towers listen to the phone call. I would love to be able to know how to reach the assholes in their ivory tower so they could be the ones that I bitch at. But then she kind of started being a condescending little bitch in plain English. And I had it on speaker, and my wife's standing there, and the woman makes the comment, well, technically, Mr. Dennison, they only have to read the meter once a year. I go, what? Once a year? So Barb yells out, well, then send us a bill once a year. And the woman's kind of stammering and stuttering. Well, we can't do that, you know. Oh, so you can technically read it once a year, but then send us bullshit bills. So you're using my money right now that I could still have in my checking account. Oh, are you getting it yet? And yet electricity has gone up and everything has gone up. And then she's blaming it on, well, new meter readers, and it's hard to find people to work. Why did we go from just two and a half short years ago having the highest employment rate, including minorities, blacks and Hispanics, highest employment rate under Trump, to now all of a sudden under this pudding brain in a year and a half's time? You know, you see it when you're out and about. You know, help wanted signs. How do these people pay their bills if they're not working? And then these big companies, they got you by the balls because you know, they can do whatever they want, apparently. Is this really the country that you idiots that voted for this want? You know, my brother just sent me a thing that I put up on my story on Instagram because it's so true. It's a cartoon of these two cowboys that said, you know, the difference between humans and animals is animals wouldn't pick the dumbest one in the herd to lead. Yeah, well, I guess that is the difference between humans and animals then, because for some reason, apparently 81 million people supposedly in this herd picked the dumbest one to supposedly lead us. Okay, since I recorded earlier my little rant about our wonderful power company, I talked with my cousin, so we need some rain here. Like I told you earlier, it's Thursday. Tuesday we had a storm coming because it was supposed to be stormy, this low pressure spinning around Monday, Tuesday, and yesterday, Wednesday. Tuesday this storm came through. We got 1/10 of an inch in our rain gauge. It's like 2.2 miles north, little northwest of here is where my old muck property was that I sold to my cousin. And 1/2 mile back this way from there is another farm that I still own, that I have soybeans on. My cousin told me he dumped 2 inches out of the rain gauge, just 2.25 miles, little north, little west of me. My beans got flattened some. I went and looked at them today. And that's that farm 1/2 mile up the road from the old muck property. The sun is, you know, they're standing back up. They're not horrible, but 10 miles east of me that same night, or no, maybe it was yesterday, I can't remember, Tuesday or Wednesday, they got like 2 inches of rain. It's crazy. It's like we're just sitting in this little dry pocket here that, I mean, our shit still doesn't look bad, but the next chance of rain is next Monday and Tuesday. But whatever. So anyways, along with all the new subscribers, because we now jumped over 11,000, I have people asking, well, how do I get, the Grumpy Farmer apparel? So we're going to do a little tutorial. All right. For those that follow me on Instagram, here's my Instagram page. Okay, and right there underneath our, that's me, Andy Dennison, aka the Grumpy Farmer, blah, blah, blah. See the Mad Moose link? Push on the Mad Moose link. Takes you to Mad Moose, Grumpy Farmer. Shows our apparel. There's the censored version of the shirt. There's the hat. There's the sticker. There's the uncensored sweatshirt, whatnot. If you keep scrolling down, Jimmy's stuff is on there. But then you keep scrolling down and it gives you, their phone number, their email. You can get a hold of them. You can text them, whatever. So, got their address. Come on, flip with me here, camera. So it's got their phone number, it says send a text, email, all that stuff. All right. YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. And here is my latest video. Let me turn the volume down so you're not listening to the two of me. All right, here's my latest video. To get to the description, this little thing up in the right corner here, this little arrow, if you push on that, takes you to the description of the video. And right there is the Mad Moose link there that you can click on. So, my freaking camera is all loose and spinning all over. But anyways, that's how you can get to the Grumpy Farmer apparel. I've had people say to me, hey, like during our last live stream with Jimmy, turn on your super chat. I'm not monetized. So again, nothing against the people that do monetize. I'm not monetized. Probably never could get monetized because, YouTube doesn't exactly like people with conservative thinking. Because here, just like 3 days ago, I got a warning from YouTube, and they took down a video from 1.5 years ago because it was misinformation. Yep. Well, you can appeal that. It's a very lengthy, form you have to go through, and they basically make you jump through hoops to appeal things. So I'm quite sure there's a lot of people that don't appeal. Well, I'm not that a lot of people. So I appealed, and I'm not going to go into the details. I'm not even going to tell you what video it was, but I pretty much went off on YouTube and said, if you can post videos that say this, this, and this about certain government officials who basically lied to the general public and then changed their story, then how is that not misinformation? But what I say supposedly is, I won my appeal. So, because first they give you a warning, and then it's 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strikes, and you're done. So, and I'm sure now that we've jumped over 11,000 subscribers, somebody's feelings were hurt, because 99% of you that have been commenting, all you new commenters, new subscribers, have had good things to say. But then you get that 1% that, whatever. You just got your head so far up the left's ass in this country that you can't breathe and see what's going on. So you have to leave your bullshit comments, which is fine, because then usually I comment back to you and throw some facts at you, and then you never comment again because, you people don't think with facts or anything. You just think with your feelings, the mean tweeter. But so anyways, that's going to be this video because there's just nothing going on. I'm going to grab the hand sprayer and spray some weeds that are, starting to grow around the shop here and whatnot, and probably around the grain bins, and just ain't nothing going on right at the moment. So I did do some brush hogging the other day, but I didn't film that because that's just so exciting. So, but I just wanted everybody to know about the electric company bullshit. That's the main reason for this video, because that's the world we live in now. They don't give two shits about you, just like the government doesn't give two shits about you, both the left and the right. They just want your money. That's all it's about. So hey, if you want a hat, t-shirt, stickers, whatever, now you know how to get them. So, and you can Mad Moose, you contact them. You want shit made for yourself, they can make you anything you want. They are a great small company right over here in town. Just the two of them, Derek and Kathy. So that's it. We'll see you in the next one. Alright, gonna add something to this video. There goes the John Deere parts delivery guy. Just had a nice chat with him. Then I'm gonna go eat lunch. It's 12:15. So I needed new outlets for my 6420. Whoa, God, I almost had you like right in my face. That's a 2005, never have changed the outlets. They're not rebuildable. So here's 4 new outlets in this box. 80 bucks a piece for these. So there's 320 bucks. That's through A&I, a short line company as they call them. Oh, excuse me. Through Deere, 120 bucks a piece. All right, all you Deere smashers out there, it ain't no different with your company neither, whether it's red, whatever color it is. They charge more than the short line companies for their huge profits. That's why there is short line companies. But we got talking about chisel plow points and field cultivator sweeps and all that. Those were like 9 bucks. Those field cultivator sweeps, they're now 17. Chisel plow points used to be around 20 bucks. Used to be around 17 a piece 3-4 years ago. They're up to around 40. But here's something that he just told me that was amazing. They can't get grease. They can't get the John Deere grease, which is what I was using. So luckily, I got 3 tubes left, plus I bought another 10-pack, that's the box sitting behind it, of the SD polyurea grease that I use. So I've got 13 tubes there, because the grease shortage, he says they won't get any until December, I think he said. So after harvest? Yeah, good plan there. And we were sitting here talking about how 2023 is probably going to be worse. So for all of you who think inflation is coming down and the supply chain is going to get better, it ain't. And like I said in a previous video, I think the last one, when you start effing with agriculture, not being able to get shit, yeah, that's effing with your food supply. We were talking about, you know, the knife sections for the grain heads and the knife guards and stuff like that. They're having trouble getting them, you know, steel shit made out of steel. It ain't pretty, folks, and it's probably going to get worse. So just trying to do my civic duty and passing on what's happening in the real world for those that don't know or don't pay attention or whatever. So now I'm done.